Class of 2019.
Class of 2014.
Class of 2022.
2012. Class of 2018. Class of 2018.
2019.
2008. 2020. I'm class of 07.
2018.
12. 2021.
I'm class of 99.
I'm class of 12, 14, 16, and 19. And water mom.
Class of 77. I didn't go to Yucca Valley, but I hear about Coach Stepp on at least a weekly basis in my household. But it's always good. Coaches.
Be a little bit insane to want to get up. When we were doing summer training, we'd be up at 8 o'clock in the morning, come in, we'd lift weights, do a run, come back in the afternoon at 6, where it'd still be 110 degrees, and do 6-8 miles, whatever it was we were doing that day, up and through hills, and come back the next day. I mean, it's like you have to be a little bit crazy to want to do that kind of stuff. And so in that aspect of it, it's like, yeah, their philosophies and their way of looking at things have changed from mine when I grew up in the 70s, but that's okay. And they're still good people. And so what if they view things differently than you did when you were growing up? It doesn't make it bad.
Cracker kind of snack trays.
All out for these guys.
Yeah.
I have an idea for kind of an icebreaker, but it's not really an icebreaker. I'll have them put down one word that embodies you. It's one of my favorite games that actually brings people together, but it also reminds us like we are literally here because of the energy that you've given so many generations. Like, I don't know.
It'll be fun.
I know, on accident though. Like I didn't realize how fun this was gonna be until April came around. I'm like, Coach, you literally find blossoms in fields of thorns, and I just.
I walked in a couple times.
I know. And then I remember he graduated and he gave us the thing like, when you give up excuses, you'll be ready to train or something like that. I was like, dang, he said that?
Yeah.
So you literally saved us without being like a, prophet or anything like that. But yeah. You make my life extraordinary, I want you to know. Yeah. Are there any other small activities you want to do?
Nope.
What?
I'm not a real big. I just like people to mingle and have a good time, talk to people and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Who else kind of went on and do running? I know Tommy kind of does running. I don't know too much about his story anymore. And then Mike, but he might not even be able to make the Zoom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got in college right now. I've got Emma Mills. I got Cadence. Josue is getting ready to go down to Mount Sac. Elijah Osagia. He just finished at Mount Sac. He's going to take a red shirt year, still train down there. And
What does that mean?
Means that he's going to run, but he's not going to run for anybody.
Oh, okay. Like a rogue runner.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gotcha.
What is your favorite quality that you see come on cross-country teams that build the team and some qualities that break the team?
Building a team, it's simply just people just wanting to work. I mean that is the quintessential. I don't care how talented anybody is. If they're willing to put the work in, we're gonna have a good team.
Yeah.
Because I can get anybody to run enough quality time that they're just willing to put the work in and get it done. The thing that will break the team faster than anything is a prima donna attitude.
Prima donna? Oh, like drama queen.
And the attitude and if you don't care about your teammates.
Yeah.
That will destroy a team faster than anything because I think it was your senior year. that team should have been top 3 in the state. We should have been. I mean, we finished 10th, which is still great finish. But we should have been top 3 with all the talent we had.
Yeah.
Coming back, everybody there, and we just never could gel. I mean, we got to the state meet on just talent alone.
Well, looking back on it too, what I also acknowledged was different the year before is I remember when Jackie and Sarah went above and beyond. And actually they got Sarah Presley to help. More than just coach pouring into you, what does it mean when the team is pouring into you? And so outside of the years that maybe the performance also matched up with the players, were there any other years that in all of your experience that you saw that as a pattern where people actually pulled together?
Oh yeah, Tommy's group, his senior group.
Yeah.
I mean that group, I couldn't have been more proud to watch those guys run, because you got Eric Hansen, who came in as a freshman running 9:17 for a mile, getting beat by everybody. Ryan Conway couldn't finish his first race his freshman year. And the way that those guys just came together and worked and ran and did what they had to do, that group was pretty special. I mean, even though they missed qualifying the CIF finals and all that stuff by 8 points, just like, Chris had gotten hurt that year, and his back, and he just couldn't train like he needed to train. He qualified for CIF finals the year before on his own, him and Mike Crouch.
Yeah.
And it just and to watch those guys work their ass off for each other and just continue to go with it. And Tommy didn't have the best race in CIF finals or CIF prelims, but that group was fun to coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I had you guys making state meet, stuff like that, but it was, that group was really, they were one of my bright spots.
Yeah. 3 things I remember vividly from that group: the banana New Zealander shorts,
Yes.
the huddle of Hakuna Matata,
Yeah.
and during prelims specifically, because I remember overhearing it like twice, and then Chelsea's like, "Oh, the guys are very proud. They've all made a pact not to masturbate." So they could be up
I
behind
love
us.
it. Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I
Coach,
love it.
that is actually really funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah, those guys were, I think that group, my first senior group, they were like that. Sean Patterson's senior year, it would be the 95 cross country season. He graduated in 96. But him and Zach Tilson and Josh DeMoller and Tim Romano, those guys were really close together, and they were running for each other and all that kind of stuff. And Sean made the state meet that year on his own. He was my first boy to have qualified at the state meet. Him and Rebecca Hurd in 95.
Dang.
So that group was pretty special. Anthony DeRuin's
Yeah.
group, when they made the state meet, and again, that was a team that their junior year, they were solid, we were looking good, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to come back and make a state meet senior, and they fell apart.
How many years until you got a fruitful team again?
Well, those guys were seniors, and I think that's when Mario came in as a freshman. So when Mario's group, and they kind of wanted to turn things around, JP out there and those guys, and so it was kind of, and that's when Jeff Larson came in as a freshman. So.
Is anything like Mr. Larson?
That's his son.
No, but is he anything like him?
Oh no.
Oh.
No. And so his ability and things like that just kind of got the ball rolling again, and we kind of took off again.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What was it like for you when you were in high school? Did you ever see any runners that were like you? Or coach any runners that were like you? Because you were running up until like your first or second year of college?
No, I got hurt right from my senior year.
Oh, okay.
I was a, what's that, average runner, and didn't really understand the mentality part of it until the senior year in track is when I thought, oh man, I can kind of do this if I just start putting the work in, and never really understood that until that happened. I think, what was it? I was getting ready to run when we had the 4x8, where everybody ran an 800, and I was the lead off leg, and I took off, and I got into my routine, I'm like, well, I belong in the back, so that's where I'm going to go, kind of thing, and the race got called back because somebody fell in the first 100 meters, and then remember my coach, get out, I'm sick of this stuff, you need to start running. I got scared, that's why I took off. Had one of my better races, I'm like, oh, I guess I can run this stuff. So, and that kind of changed it for me, and that's when I started kind of realizing that, yeah, I can probably do this at the next level, in junior college somewhere or stuff like that. So, kind of started moving in that direction. So, and then I got hurt. I was extremely average. I mean, I was number 3, 4 on our cross country team.
Yeah.
I was comfortable being there, because there's no expectations, and just kind of, I don't have to worry about being up there in the front and scoring. I just need to continue to run where I'm running, and I'll be okay. So it's, so that was the kind of the attitude I had all through running. I mean, it was like, yeah, I'm working on, you lie to yourself when you're a teenager. I'm working hard. I'm not here, doing this and doing that. I half-ass trained during the summer times, wouldn't really, put in the complete effort to really do what needs to be done and stuff like that. But then when I finally realized that, you've got a chance to do something, let's go do it. And then so I started putting in the effort, started training, and then got hurt. So, and it was, all right, let's figure out something else.
That was really testing you then.
Yeah. Just getting ready to turn 18 years old. I was 11 days away from my 18th birthday.
Dang.
So it was kind of one of those things that you just you deal with. I think I was too stupid to realize how serious it was, because I, when the doctor says you got a 10% chance of walking again, you kind of just, it's kind of like, you're stupid. I'm a teen. I know better than that. I know you went to med school, but I'm smarter than you. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, so in that kind of aspect of it, it was the mentality was a little bit different. So, who knows?
I'm glad you've always been stubborn, Coach.
Yeah, ran for me in 95, so they're in their 40s.
40s?
Yeah.
So, like, my age.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got kids that are runners that I've had that I coach their kids as well. Towards the end, it's just crazy. It's been, you start thinking about it, it's just kind of like one of those things.
And all from Yucca Valley High
All from
School?
Yucca.
Nice.
Yeah. When I first started coaching there, it was 93 for track.
Okay.
And then I got my first legacy runner from that group. His son started running for me, and I'm just like, gee, Christmas. I've only been here that long.
Wow.
And so they just kept coming. My mom had you in high school, and you're a health teacher. And all this thing. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
That's great.
I don't know what to do. And it's like, Lordy.
It certainly put more pressure on you.
It's just, I don't know about pressure, it just makes it like, damn, I'm already coaching kids that I've coached their parents, I used to hear old coaches talk about that, and it's like, now I'm talking about it.
Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my turn, so I'm just like, geez, whiz, crazy.
Well, it's gonna be fun when you put everyone together.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I mean, be nice to see everybody and talk about all their old stories and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, because now everyone has his own story, his own path.
yeah. So maybe one day we'll get a real good organization and do it like a year out in advance where a lot more people can.
That's how things started. You start with the group, and then they'll communicate with others, and next year you'll have a bigger event.
Yeah. So maybe
cool.
maybe in 5 years we'll do it again. when
Be around, Carlos.
I'll be officially retired from teaching.
Oh man, I still wish Kings would have gone. To this day, I'm just like,
She would have blossomed so much in that program. A hell of a lot more than she would have.
I mean, they're D2 national champions. That would have been so fun. It would have been so good. I mean, because even the girl she beat for a while throughout cross that year, Hannah Brown ended up running number 2 all time.
I know.
And
I
it's
saw
one
that.
of 7 girls in the last 20 years to break 17 at the junior college level.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, imagine what we could have done. Like, I know it's like one of those things you don't think about, like what could have been, but it's like
They would have dominated
man,
state more than what they did already.
Oh yeah, that state meet was crazy, man. One, that college is super, super old, and I was just complaining, like, man, I can't believe this track exists. Like, it looked like it was 8 lanes originally and extended it to 9. The steeplechase was like, you go, and then you make a very sharp turn, and it's like a right angle basically into the barrier, and then you kind of right angle out of it.
God.
And it was the weirdest, and the pit was really short but steep. It was the weirdest, and it was warm. It was so warm. That was a fun one. But I thought, it's so weird because everybody was like, Goff does his little mock-ups of like, this is how the points stack up, of like who you guys have entered. And it was like, we're gonna win regardless. And throughout the whole meet, I was like, man, these other teams are really close to us. I don't know how we're gonna dominate them. And then I think when the 200s hit, suddenly we were like 90 points up, and I was like, I don't understand what happened.
Well, I mean, and that's all the things I used to do with it. I mean, you always got to do your mock-up stuff. And,
Oh, it's so wild. I did not expect us to jump. in any of the
steeplechase.
Oh yeah, the steeple was 20 events.
Yeah, 20 events. Yeah.
Steeple was heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get any guys in that one or the 15.
Make Josue a steepler.
He's probably gonna be.
It's the only chance.
He's probably gonna have to be.
Yeah.
I think so. We have like kind of as what I've kind of learned is a standardish. It's like, because I think one of the kids I recruited, he's like a 5'12", 1600 kid. But I recruited his teammates, so I was like, hey, if you want to take a shot, that's fine. Like, we'll probably take a chance on you. Mm-hmm. So then I'm making him a steepler, I'm making his teammate, who's a 202 800 guy, steepler. His teammate I think is going to be good, because he's only races in alpha flies, and he only runs the 800 and 1500 or 1600, and just pure alpha flies. And I was like, so you don't wear spikes? He's like, no, they hurt. I was like, oh, well, you're not gonna race an alpha flies in a 4, because I saw him run the 4x4, and it's still just a big old cushy shoe, and I was like, I can't believe you're running these times in that shoe. Like, that's ridiculous. So as far as I know, we kind of have like if you're not this fast, you're probably gonna be a steepler or a 10,000.
Right.
It's gonna be so fun.
Plus, Wade's really excited about being down there.
Good. I'm glad.
I mean, that's all he talks about.
I haven't heard from that kid since the on-track meet.
Yeah, no, he's been working in like I said, he's been working in my yard for.
And notice, some of your oleanders are completely gone. You must be doing a great job.
Well, no, we had to. It was all the dead stuff. I had to
Oh, is
cut
that
out.
the one that got infected? You were saying like some of the
all
oleanders.
these things are getting infected. So I bought a wood chipper because I didn't want to make all these damn trips to the dump all the time because they were just loading up, and it's just like.
So you bought a wood chipper?
Yeah, wood
Like you
chipper.
just own a wood chipper now?
I bought one, yeah.
Dang. Don't get Rex real close to that thing.
Yeah, really. She'll cut her other fingers off.
Yeah.
And so I just said, so I just said, so we cut them down, and then you could just kind of slice them down. We just grind them up, and then the ones that were too big to go in there, we just cut up and threw in my dumpster. I think we made one trip to the dump with some stuff that we had to get in there.
Is this Josue? Did the work?
For the most part, Luis came over for a couple of times.
How's that kid doing?
Doing well. He's over in Europe now.
Is he? What?
Yeah, he went to Europe for like 3 weeks
Oh.
vacation. Yeah.
Coach pays well.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, it wasn't me. I
Must
mean,
be the inflation, because I didn't get paid enough to go to Europe.
he's working at Home Depot doing his stuff, and
What are they paying at Home Depot? I mean,
he's
is the guy
making
just delivering
18,
bodies?
25 an hour. But he's living at home.
Yeah, it must be so nice.
He doesn't have a car payment. You know.
I just saw that student loans aren't getting forgiven. I was like, damn it. Now I have more loans on top of my loans.
That was just stupid. I think they'll find a way to work around that.
I was like, for sure, like, I'm taking off 20.
Oh, it's that conservative. It's that conservative Supreme Court.
No, they're having a field day in there.
They are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quite a number of things going on.
They are doing what Republicans do, screwing over everybody
I
they
wasn't ready
can.
for it. I was so focused.
Do you enjoy morning, afternoon, or evening runs more?
Morning. I hate waking up, but then like the world doesn't need you at 4 a.m. It's a lot more peaceful. It's serene, and then you're done for the day. And then you go to your day job, and then you do your day job things, and then you go home. Evening runs suck. They don't suck. They're okay.
I've been lucky that I've gotten to see generations run. Marilyn, when I coached her in the 90s, and I coached her daughter when she got up here in like 2016, 17, and 18, somewhere around there. So to see that and see the differences between them, and one thing Marilyn's daughter told me, she was, I thought you were going to expect me to be like my mom. I said, you're you. I don't care about you. You know, you do you. You know, well, I was so scared. I didn't want to come out because I figured you were going to compare me to my mom. No, I'm not comparing you to anybody. You compared to Liana, and that's it.
Right.
So those are the kinds of things that you have to kind of understand and deal with. Now it's I think at this stage of my coaching career, it's a little bit different, because now I'm not having to worry about building a team, building individuals like that. It's like with the cardio cartel, it's like, if you want to run and you want to get better, this is what we're doing. If you don't want to do it, okay, don't call.
It's the club, right?
Yeah, it's the club. And so in that aspect of it, coaching's not as fun. I mean, I still enjoy it, and I still like watching them succeed, but it's not as fun because you don't get to build that team relationship and that camaraderie with the groups and those kind of things, and watching them grow and develop and seeing how they react with each other and those kind of things. So in that aspect of it, I don't get that connection, but still coaching and still watching young people succeed and stuff like that. So I still enjoy that part of it.
So what is it like, whether it be a race or a run, the day of, before you meet up with teammates, and also for your own mentality?
I think it should depend on the level of the race, but I feel like it depends on the race. Like, if there's stakes on it, but I feel like after college, I put a lot of pressures at first, to be honest.
Yeah.
Somebody has a bad race, and they make a dumb mistake, I want to tell them. This was just stupid. They kind of they're not used to that. They go, oh, it's okay. No, it's just dumb. And if you make a dumb mistake, acknowledge it, let it move on. It's okay to make dumb mistakes, just don't make it again.
Wait, are we reading here?
Yeah.
I told them to the wrong spot.
What's that?
Told them to the wrong spot. No,
Oh, I know. I know, trying to right. No, tonight, but no, this morning.
Oh, yeah. How you doing your diving expeditions there? Yeah, that's been.
And I was like, I haven't raced forever.
Maryland. I ran for him back in the mid '90s. That's it.
Does this mean I can PR? I ran for coach track and cross.
I drug her out. I was like, Allie, I need you.
I was gonna help with water, but I guess I'm running out. No, I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'll be water. Is it worth it?
It's gonna feel good. This morning.
All right, listen up. Gonna start off with a mile warm up. Gonna put you in groups. We're gonna go in decades. So the 90s, the 2000 teens. Whoever wins the race buys the beer tonight. I spent a year trying to find a job, and that was the time when Oklahoma and everybody they just weren't hiring. And so I did a job fair at Oklahoma State, and Morongo Unified was one of the companies that came out there. And they called me in July and said, "You want to come teach elementary PE?" I said, "Absolutely." And my plan was to stay here a couple of years, get some experience, and then go back to Oklahoma. Here I am 33 years later.
What did you like about here that you stayed?
When I first got out of here, it was kind of a culture shock because of I came from an area that had green and trees and mountains and stuff like that. But the thing that got me to stay was just the people. I thoroughly enjoyed the people I was working with and working around and stuff like that. And I met my wife, and it was just like one thing led to another. And then when the high school called me and said, "Do you want to come teach health?" And I said, "Sure." And got out here and was able to start getting into coaching and stuff like that. And,
When was that?
I transferred to Yucca in December of 1992 and started coaching track that following spring in '93. It was crazy. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Have you guys heard of the 1990s?" It's like people don't do this anymore. And so we're never getting a facility. And then as the years rolled on and stuff like that, I kind of would use that as an advantage. And people say, "Oh, you run on a dirt track still? Love it." And
Ready, set, go.
How long is this run?
3 miles.
When should we expect them to be back?
They're 30 minutes into it, or 25. They should be coming back here. The first one should be coming back pretty soon.
Washington, not the last, but totally the one who's capturing the moment. Woo! Go, Chloe! Anything like Washington?
No, it's hot.
What was your favorite thing about your run today?
Seeing my team.
You for running? What was the run like for you today?
It was rough.
Okay.
I did it under 40, so I'm good.
11-mile long run today, and runs with people I've never met before. With Coach Stepp, man, there he is. There's the man. There's the legend right there.
Heck yeah!
There's the legend, and I got 4 miles left to go.
Oh, so what's your inspiration?
Coach Stepp.
Coach Stepp.
I mean, he's my inspiration. I'm serious. I would have never thought I would do this sport. This sport is a tough sport. It's very mental, very physical. And Coach Stepp said I could. And I didn't believe him in a while. I'm like, I can't run. I mean, I can't. And he said, just stick with me and you'll do good. And here I am. I'm doing great. Doing 11 miles today.
That's so nice. He gives good advice.
And there you have it. Another runner who not only did the run, competed, and now he's going to continue undefeated. Okay, and what are you going to do to make sure you're ready in 5 years?
Online coaching with Coach Martinez.
It just felt like it was so tough for them that when other people came here to run, like at the High Desert Classic,
Yeah.
people would be like, "What the hell is
Yeah,
this?"
and that was the thing. I mean, it's people, even our own athletes would complain. Why are we going to run? I said, listen, this is our advantage. I said, people don't know how to run on it. You guys do. When we go to a synthetic track, you're already advantage ahead. So you lie to them as much as you can, and get them to believe it, and then they go and do it. And so you're right, coach. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm a genius. But yeah, so that was the thing. So I had a coach that I was helping me, and I would talk to it all the time when I'd get frustrated and things like that. He was saying, whatever you're frustrated with, just turn it into your advantage. Just find a way to turn it to your advantage. And so, and they would complain about the heat. Listen, this is our advantage. People are going to hate it when they have to run in the heat. We're going to be used to it. We know how to do this stuff. What I found most intriguing was that even if I had the same core group coming back the next year, it still had to be a different approach because they changed.
He's like, what do you look like you're gonna race? And I was like, I thought we were wearing our cardio cartel stuff, man.
I do. I wore mine.
Well, it's funny, Coach. I didn't know that. Who is it? Emma also runs for Cardio Cartel. Did you know Cardio Cartel does virtual coaching around the states?
He does the coaching.
Oh.
He does know. He is aware.
I apologize, Coach. You looked at me like, who are you, bozo?
Do you remember when I told you the other day there are stupid questions? You know, I don't. You know, I believe in stupid questions.
Hey, but it's helpful because it means he doesn't believe in stupid people.
Oh.
Well, now.
What's your favorite part about coaching people in person and then also virtual?
Watching them be successful, watching them grow and develop. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you know, early in my career it was all about winning, and later in my career I learned it wasn't about winning. Yeah. And so just watching them grow and develop, I mean, those are the things that you have to hold on to. And, yeah, if they meet their goals, that's great. If they don't, that's okay too. You just did you learn something about yourself? Did you learn something about what you're doing? And if they can say yes, then we're all good. Never have imagined the number of valedictorians, salutatorians that were through my program, and the way that they conducted their lives and the things that they did and the families they have and all the you need to see. And even the ones who decided to take a different route and not go to college, I mean, they're successful in their businesses. And it's just, I think the running just kind of instilled that work ethic into them, that, you know, hey, we got to be at practice, I got to be at work. And so those are the things that they ended up doing, and it just it made it fun. You know, they were challenging at times because they're high school kids, but by and large they were respectful. They listened. They wanted to do what was right. They may not have always made the right choices at times, but you know, that's life. Growing up, it's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Make mistakes and move forward. The thing about running is that it takes a certain kind of person to do it, and those people tend to be successful in life afterwards. You know, I've been blessed to be able to keep in contact with so many runners over the years and stuff like that. And even if they can't make this because their lives are so hectic and, you know, and things like that, which I completely understand, they still get a hold of me and say hi from time to time, and when they're in town, they'll reach out to me and we'll go have lunch or whatever it is like that, and all those kinds of things. I mean, they're all over the country. They're in Texas, they're in the East Coast. That's where I do my thing. You know, teaching to me, and I know this is bad to say, I had such smart runners, and I would have to kind of reel them back, and I would just tell them, look, education's overrated. I don't care how smart you are. Education's overrated. I said, you're going to learn everything you're going to learn when you're doing your job. I said, you may have a lot of theories, but it's overrated. Back when I got out here in my early 30s, I knew everything. You know, now that I'm in my 60s, I don't know shit.
5 more years of dealing with bozos.
So sorry we couldn't be out there in person. We wanted to, but you know, the military moved kind of took precedence this summer. Yeah, so hope you guys are having a nice party. Coach, I think it's been, I don't know, 15 years?
15 for you, 16 for me?
Yep, 15 for me, 16 for Ryan. And we're hoping we can get out there at some point soon and be able to see people.
So Coach Jay, it's really great to kind of be here virtually with you. I echo everything that Ailish and all the rest of them just said. I do want to say I just did a 10K trail run recently, and all I could hear as we were like going up those hills is your voice. As we were like going up those hills and then going down, like making sure I kept my stride really long. So your teachings are definitely continuing into the future. But it's great to see you all, or kind of, as much as I can see. And I'm happy to be here. Congratulations, Coach, on so many years of coaching and all these new endeavors you're going on to. And yeah, great to see you.
Echo everybody and say congratulations, Coach, for all of these years and inspiring everybody and just like teaching everybody so many values of hard work and determination and really, if you put your mind to whatever you want, then you can achieve it. And I've definitely applied that in my life through schooling and now that I'm working in the industry.
Believe it or not, there was a time when I did this AmeriCorps service program where there were 200 people and we were doing some disaster relief. And I was somehow the fastest runner out of the entire 200. So that was 4 years after high school. I don't know how that happened, but Coach, you had a lot to do with that. The only way I was able to have the outdoor jobs that I've had since graduating is because I was a little more mentally fit than a lot of the people I was competing against, and it was running through the desert for the couple of years with you guys and leader coaching that I think gave me the mettle to do that and get where I am today.
Caring. Coach is BAMF. I don't know what that stands for.
Is tenacity.
Coach is inspiring.
Coach is stoic. Coach is crazy.
And Coach is dedicated.
Second father?
Coach is life-changing.
Coach is fun.
Inspirational.
Loyal.
God, you have a long list. So, Coach is sarcastic, hard-headed, stubborn, most supportive, loving coach.
He just gives all of himself to people, and it's just amazing. So, thank you for inviting me and letting me be part of this, and continue to stay in touch. It means a whole lot to us old coaches and teachers to see you guys doing well. And blessings to everybody. God bless you all.
Coach is stubborn.
Coach is strong.
Coach is a bozo.
Coach is honest.
It's awesome.
Everyone ready? Coach is helpful and
he's a pusher.
Growing up, and those runners are now running in college and stuff like that. It's kind of like I'm coaching more adults that have their lives and they can't meet at
Right, you know, like
5 o'clock in the afternoon or wherever it is every day to go run. They got to take care of their families. So it's like, all right, here's the workouts. Let me know how you're feeling. You know, right now I'm coaching Mr. Abel. He's getting ready. He's training for a 10-miler and then a half marathon. So I've the plans for him, and he's doing those things and keeping in contact with me that way and stuff like that. So it's those things like that and watching them grow and stuff like that. And it's 60, 63, 64. He's running faster than he ever ran.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, but yeah, that's the coaching circle as far as that's concerned, and where it's taken me and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, this to me is just the epitome of seeing them and seeing how they've grown and developed and families of their own. And
side note, we all picked up rocks and we all threw it. We all missed. Rick was the only one that landed, hit the back, and smashed his back windshield.
This is on camera. This is allegedly.
allegedly.
And so they come back to school because and I just happened to notice they had different shirts on when they got back to the track. And I'm going, what the hell's going on? Why do you guys change shirts? And so as they're finishing their striders and doing this stuff, all of a sudden this guy drives up and comes goes to Monaco, because Monaco's the head coach at the time, saying, your runners threw a rock in my windshield. I said, no, they didn't. I wouldn't. And so I'm going through this, and Eric goes, I don't know anything about it, but I do know somebody threw a beer can at us and swerved at us. And then I'm going, shit, they did do it. And so I'm sitting. There's been some challenging moments, but at the same time, those kind of things are kind of in the bike way, and all I can really remember all the great stories that I have, the memories that I have from everybody running and doing the things that they did, and the successes that you had, and the failures that you had. It's been, to me, nobody could have gotten so much joy out of it from what you guys did with me. And it's great to see all of you all being such awesome adults. My heart, I appreciate it, and again, I'm not retiring.
We still got you, Coach!
But next year will be my last year teaching, but I'm still going to do the running club, stuff like that. And
The running club.
what?
This is your
It's a plug. She wants a plug.
Oh, Mario Cartel running club. So when you guys are done with colleges and you want to say, oh, I think I could run again, come find me and we'll start training together.